Hey, greetings. How y'all doing? Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about another, film topic. You obviously see the title. Yeah, y'all kind of caught us all that coming. Like, I like to talk about these things too, cause it needs to stop. But yeah, it's just not only is the other thing like Halloween is a continual of keep going on. You know, but another thing is another franchise that you already know is still going to make the money is uh the James Bond franchise. And apparently I heard like months ago too, or like I think it was back in 2019 or 2018. Yeah, like when I heard when the movie was first announced. Yeah, they said I heard that they was gonna make a female a female lead, as into the James, basically replacing James Bond. A female basically replacing James Bond, and I mean there's no problem with that, but you can obviously see the agenda. I already know what the other one of the other agendas that's going on in Hollywood, and it's like I mean yeah, obviously nobody has problem with female lead roles. Cause yeah, nobody obviously cares about that, but it's like why put them in a another popular role? As far just like Ocean, I never watched that franchise, but just like Oceans, like Ocean 7, I believe it was called Ocean's 7, or 8, but now they called it Ocean's 8, and they had all female characters, all female leads, and yeah, the same thing with I think it was another movie. The same, even though like Charlie's Angels has always been like yeah, that was like babes, that was always like a female lead's role, or female's film or characters. That was more. Saw the trailer for that, and pretty much I saw the trailer for that, and everybody was like looking at it too and thinking the same thing, was that yeah, that was geared the usual girl power and everything like that, trying to shove it down into your deep down into your throat, make you consume it. Oh my gosh, it's just like they seriously with that shit too. It's like even with the Bond, the overload of just bombs and Bond movies, and it's just like seriously just like it's seriously just a load just to take off. Like it doesn't make no sense either. Like you don't even need like about this one in particular. It's really not that deep to rant about, because we obviously know it's probably like yeah, we obviously know that there's still money in James Bond, and probably one of the franchises they never gonna give up, but it's like when is the like creativity, core creativity and originality gonna come back? Like it's just yeah, the only reason Hollywood is surviving now is because of comic book. Like I said in the title, or as you in the description, as you can see, or yeah, everybody basically knows that the only reason that Hollywood is still alive is because of yeah, it's because of comic book, live action comic book. So they're the new action. Basically, yeah, they're the new high that Hollywood can still, or the new material that Hollywood can still make. I mean, there's comic book movies. That's why there were always like I mean, they could have made comic book movies back then, and they're still like making like romance, action, and horror. But it's all basically most of them are like obvious misfires, or you know just the same tired tired regurgitated shit, only with just like different covers or different settings, characters, and everything like that. And it's just like it's just no reason to just like it's like nothing really is besides comic book films and TV shows. And I guess like probably a few TV shows and that's on right now, or I guess movies. Like, there's nothing really to be excited about going and still like thinking about Hollywood. Like those days are long over. Like those days long crumbled over, and it's just no sight, no end of sight. Like like franchises with Terminator, and I mean there hasn't been I heard they were supposed to be making another Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday Night 13th, but they haven't touched those because they've been touching other projects first. See how much milk they can wrangle, they can squeeze out the udders of a cow before they do before they start doing before they start going back to other franchises that they can make like they still can make money off of. And this has been their MO since the late 80s because it was already getting tired by that then. But people got tired of seeing the same shit over and over again. They got tired of seeing movies like action films like of like Cobra. They got tired of seeing shit like cop buddy cop movies like Beverly Hills Cop and 48 Hours. Like they got tired of seeing movies like Halloween or Friday the 13th, a sequel after sequel, like reboot after reboot. Like when is it gonna stop? Like when is the creativity coming back? I'll continue to say that too. Like this is the only reason Hollywood is still thriving is because of comic book films. That's the only reason why. Like that's the only reason to be excited about, anything coming, anything coming out, and that's comic book movies. The same way everywhere today. Same thing in gaming. Like the only thing is really excited about coming out is Wolverine. One of the games at least I was interested in is Wolverine. That's it. There are no other games that's really enticing because nobody has originality these days. Fortnite. I'll talk about this later. I'll probably talk about this, but yeah, it's basically me. But yeah, like Fortnite is the example of. Fortnite is the fucking example of plagiarism. No originality. They just regurt and copy and paste every other media franchise on into the game. And it's just like that's why I never got into that shit Fortnite. Like, cause that shit is just like it's very just continuously boring too. I mean, I can see why it's popular for kids, but it's just like the adults playing it too. It's fucking ridiculous. But I'm not trying to make this too long. That's basically what I wanted to talk about. Another James, like I said, another movie like Halloween too, and and the Matrix, like another Matrix, another Halloween, and another James Bond movie. Like, when is this shit gonna stop? And nobody cares about it. Nobody really cares about it. But yet they complain about going to Yet they complain about going like steady going back to the movie theaters and seeing the shit they've seen like decades ago. Yet they pay for it. Yet they still support it. And check out my whatever my Snapchat and my Twitter, my movie channel Twitter in the bio. Sub, like, comment, whatever you can, and one of the things I'm trying to do is bring awareness to this. Because we need to, like, bring awareness to stop the shit. Because we control obviously going to, like, them giving them money. Yeah, that's the end of the video.